The Steam Winter Sale is coming soon. I can almost taste the hot chocolate and deep discounts. And with it being the time of sales and pointless spending, I think it might be a good time to give some game recommendations for you to waste your money on. Hey guys, it's King, and as you know, I'm pointlessly pretentious and will only play indie games. With Call of Duty 7's release and its horrible campaign, it's the perfect time to ditch AAA. So, as your resident game nerd, I think it's time for me to recommend a few releases in the indie game scene. I got a few different types of games on here, so there's something for everyone. Without further ado, let's begin. You could probably say that Dispatch is the most popular game of these three. Dispatch consists of 8 episodes, each about an hour long. I'll only include footage from the first one to prevent any big spoilers in case you want to go in blind. Also because I don't want to replay and record the entire game for this video. Now for some information on the game. Dispatch is a multiple choice story game similar to old Telltale games. In fact, some Telltale devs carried over to the development team on Dispatch. To be specific, Michael Chong, Nick Herman, Dennis Lenart, and Pierre Choret. The game released on October 22nd, 2025 by Ad Hoc Studios, and had 2 episodes released every following Wednesday until the final 2 released on November 12th. Dispatch is basically an interactive TV show. Think of Invincible if you could choose what happens next. Most of the gameplay is just picking decisions for the characters to make, but there are a few more components that get sprinkled in throughout. It doesn't have any of the old walking around sections from Telltale games, and instead replaces them with minigames that are integrated into the game through the form of dispatching. This minigame is actually surprisingly fun, and I would love to see an endless version of it in the future. The main premise of the dispatching minigame is that you have a team of superheroes, and you have to dispatch them to help with calls you receive. Each call will need something different, so you must match a hero's stats up with what's required for the call. Throughout the game, you also need to complete short hacking minigames, but these are a lot more lackluster to the main dispatching minigame. Okay, next thing, okay? We're going to the next. One of my main issues with the game is the ending and how the romance takes center stage. My main issue with the ending is that it takes out a lot of the serious tones from earlier episodes, and just turns the game into a giant action sequence. It also undoes something that happened a few episodes earlier that ruined the importance of earlier actions to me. On the other hand, I feel like the romance plot lines are shoved down your throat, preventing a lot of character growth from the main cast due to how much the game focuses on the 2 romance options. The cast is really good here though. Never thought I would see Aaron Paul and Moist Critical in a game together, but I digress. I think Sonar, Invisigal, and Chase are standout characters, and another thing I think they did great in the character department was the designs. There's some really good stuff here. If you're a fan of multiple choice or story games, make sure to pick this one up and show your support to the developers. And with that, let's talk about the next game. Also, if you're wondering, here's what my story ended up like in the game. If anyone's curious about that. Okay, next thing. Wait! Hold up, man, why the rush? Are you subscribed? No, well, if you aren't already, you're enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe, man. Can't be missing out on future uploads, you know. Maybe even go like a step further, you know, like comment, like, you know, all that stuff. Join the Discord. Yup, thanks. Yeah, I'll be gone now. Enjoy the rest of the video. Easy Delivery Co. Personally, my favorite game on this list. I 100%ed it over the span of a few days, and it was like legitimately one of the best gaming experiences I've had all year. Y'all gotta get on this. Easy Delivery Co. is a cozy driving simulator where you deliver packages across a cold Russian town. And I'm gonna be honest, this is so fun. Easy Delivery Co. was published on the 18th of September by solo developer Sam C. and under the publisher Oro Interactive. And for a solo developer, this is an amazing game. Can you tell I love this game yet? Can you tell? It's like the perfect game for when it's snowing outside. You just you roll open your window, it's a bit dark, and boom, you're driving around in Siberia. I did not find it an issue that you can't see yourself on the map. In fact, I found myself memorizing locations around the map in the game. And it's pretty easy to memorize the map because all the locations are so good looking and there's signs everywhere pointing at which towns you're in. I love the low poly graphics. I'm gonna be so honest right now. I'm a sucker for these types of things. I don't know how they did it, but the devs somehow made this world feel so alive. There's radio stations all around the map that you get to reactivate throughout the game. There's also so many stores and NPCs you can visit. It just really brings the game's world alive, if you know what I mean. It's a good game if you're tired and want something to play. It's a good game if you're not tired and want something to play. It's a good game for any occasion. Delivering packages is also just really fun. Watching the amount of money you have go up, it'll never get old, man. The developer recently released a devlog to YouTube. I definitely recommend going and watching it. Another thing that's amazing in this game is the OST. Basically every song in it is amazing. The first person mode is also very fun to drive around in. Being able to see through your rearview mirror, it's very cool. You guys definitely gotta pick up this game. Go show the developer some love and let's get on to the next game. Whoa, let's slow this down. What you just saw on your screen was the trailer for the video game MEGABONK. It's a roguelike game made by a solo developer named Vedanad. It released on September 18th, the same release date as Easy Delivery Co., and in the first 2 weeks sold 1 million copies. The best way to describe MEGABONK is Risk of Rain 2 mixed with Vampire Survivors. It has smashed a bunch of features between the two together to form this wonderful abomination. It's super easy to get into quick matches and just play 10 or 20 minutes of it before going on with your day. This is one of the strengths of MEGABONK. It's highly replayable and non-time consuming. Many people believe the developer is the super popular developer on YouTube, Danny. I find this theory to be quite rude towards the developer, because if it is Danny, there's a reason he's going under a different name. It's a super fun game to play. I find myself randomly picking it up in my free time. There's so many item combinations you can do. There's really so much playtime you can squeeze out of this. The graphics and 3D models are also pretty good. Not in a realistic sense, but more in a stylistic sense. It's very easy on the eyes and not harsh at all. If you're a fan of roguelikes, I would definitely recommend picking it up. There's really no way it can go wrong. So hey guys, that's the end of the video. If you have any more indie games you'd like to see videos about, drop them in the comments. If you liked this video, maybe go watch the Play These Free Boomer Shooters video, or any of my other videos really. I don't really care, just